Hey crafty friends, today I'm coming on to share with you my tutorial for this Dollar Tree mini pad folio pocket notebook holder. I don't know what to call it, guys. I have this one here. The notepad is actually attached, so it's kind of like a one and done type thing. And then this one, the notebook will slide in and out of here. So we're going to do the tutorial where you can change out the notebooks after you use them up. So what you will need is a piece of paper. So you can do salad paper or pattern paper. And I've already got my paper cut out. I'm going to set these aside. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your base piece to be 10 3/4 by 8 1/8 of an inch. And then we are going to score that on the 10 3/4 inch side at 5 1/4 and 5 1/2. So go ahead and cut your paper and grab your scoreboard. So we're going to score on the 10 3/4 inch side at 5 1/4 and 5 1/2. That just gives us our little spine here for our notebook. And that is all you have to do with this piece. So we are done with our scoreboard. And then you just want to fold on your score lines. And I like to line my paper up, and then you're going to burnish it. And this can be tricky because the score lines are so close together. So just make sure you're scoring on those correct lines. I like to use my hand and just sort of get it started, and then I will use my bone folder. And my paper is fighting me today. There we go. And then you have your little folder already for your notebook. See, I don't like how this one is scored here. Let's see. I think my paper might be cut a bit off here. I'm having issues with my paper trimmer not cutting my paper straight, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward. So now we have our base figured out, and then you will need your band for the inside to hold your notebook. Needs to be 8 by 2. That's the size that I chose. So your band is going to be 8 by 2. And then your last piece of paper will be your pocket for the inside, which is going to be 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I will have all of these measurements linked down below. So this is just to do a pocket on the inside here, so you could tuck paper or tags or whatever you want in there. So these are the only components that you need right now. And then what I like to do is I like to add my little pocket first. And I just use, you could use wet glue or adhesive. I'm just going to use my score tape here and add this right up to the edge. Of your paper. And if you use wet glue, you'll just do the same thing. You're just going to add your adhesive on the two short sides and the long side. I'm going to grab my little pokey tool here to help me pull up the adhesives. And then I'm going to line my pocket up with the edge here. Now, if you want to add a pattern paper in the inside, since my paper is double-sided, you can. You really won't see this side because your notebook will be here. Now, my other ones are also just blank in the inside. I don't mind that, but I think having a double-sided paper would be fun as well. So I'm going to put my pocket up against this left-hand side and add it at the very bottom of my page. And I see I need to trim just a smidge so it doesn't go over that score line. So I want it to go close to that score line, but not all the way over to it. And now we have our little pocket here that you can add whatever you would like. And then you could round your corners here if you liked. And then what we need to do is add our notepad. So let me grab this one here. So I did add paper in the inside here, some decorative paper, just to add some sturdiness to this one. So you could do that as well. Now for the band in the inside here, I don't have any score lines. I just take this to my back piece here and I just center it, just eyeball it like so, and then I just fold the sides in like so. So I'm not measuring like score here and here. I'm just sort of eyeballing it. I find that easier for me for this little band. And I am going to lightly burnish this. Just lightly. So now we have our band, and I like to add this almost all the way at the top. And double checking that this will still fit in here. Yes. So again, you could use your wet glue or you could use your score tape, and just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to grab my score tape so I don't have to wait for the wet glue to dry. So I'm sure there are a lot of tutorials out there on YouTube about how to make these little pocket folders. but this was just the way that I did it. I didn't watch any tutorials before this or anything. I just was sitting in my craft room and wanted to like make a little folder for these Dollar Tree notebooks. So of course this is not my this is not an original idea. I'm sure there's lots of these videos out there on YouTube. All right. So now we just need to add this down. And I'm going to flip this around. I don't want it to go over that score line here. So you could fold your paper and then add this right up against it. But I kind of want to center this a little bit. So I'm going to go over like maybe not even 1/8 of an inch over from that score mark. I'm going to go pretty close to the top of the page and lay this down. Just going to go in with my bone folder and make sure my adhesive is nice and adhered. And then the neat thing about this is that you can add new. My little notebook here is falling apart, but you can add a new notebook here if you wanted when this was done. And now after you have that, the fun part is decorating it. So I added some trim here that from Hobby Lobby on the sides, just a little table scatter and a cut apart. And then this one I added some larger pom-pom trim only on the front. So let's go ahead and decorate this. So this is pretty spring. So I think it would be fun to maybe add, let's see, I have lime green and I have yellow. I think that lime green is just a bit too bright. Let's do the yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and take my notebook back out so that I have room to decorate. And if you wanted to add this down before you added this down, you could, but I think for this one, I'm just going to decorate the front. And let's see here. I'm going to cut this a little longer than I need. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front like I did with this one. I like having, kind of like seeing this on the front, but if you didn't want to see this, you could add this down and then add your decorative paper, or add this in the inside here, like so, and then add a decorative paper and then your pocket. So just make this your own. So I'm going to start with adding just a little bit of glue in the corner here. And then start with adding a corner, and then we'll start adding a little bit of glue at a time to add this down. So good. I like to go little bit by little bit so that my glue doesn't dry or harden on me before I can add down my trim. I think that yellow is super cute. All right, so I'm going to trim up this little bit. I'm going to get rid of all those glue strings. Let me trim the little piece that's overhanging. All right, so now we have a cute pom-pom trim, and we can decorate now. So let's see. I have this super cute truck that we could use. Or I have some cut-aparts. Also have this little spring market truck. So let's see, what do I have for cut-aparts? These are quite big, so these won't work. Don't have anything that has, I like to put kind of quotes on here. I don't really see anything with a quote. So maybe we will add our truck down. See, I have a little piece of this wood paper left over. Yeah, I think I like this. So I'm going to use this piece of wood paper here, and then we're going to add a quote up here. And I think what I'm going to do is grab my corner chomper and do the little ticket punch. I think that will be cute on here. And then I'm just going to add this down with some of my adhesive. And I'm just going to center this right in the center. And then we are going to add our little pickup truck down with some glue. This pickup truck with the flowers is super adorable. I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz Small Talk sticker book. And let's see, I've used quite a few out of here. Let's find something fitting for the flowers and the truck. I like this Live Each Day with Grace and Authority. And let's use the white. So I think this is cute. Let's see. I was thinking maybe adding some washi down, and then our paper might be cute, but yeah, I think that would be cute. Let's use the black and the black and white here. And then I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive to this quote sticker here. And add that down in the middle-ish in the middle. It's not quite in the middle. There we go. Live each day with grace and authority. And that just adds a little something to the front of our book here. And then let's do maybe some gems. Let's see. thinking maybe these green ones here. That is why I added the extra adhesive, because it's not wanting to lay down. Let's see. Get a little bit more on there. All right, there we go. So let's add maybe a couple of these. There we go. See, I'm going to unfold this and kind of push this down into that washi because it's not wanting to stick. There we go. All right, now let's grab our notepad. And if you wanted to, you could add a little closure to this. You could add a pin loop. If you wanted. All right, so we have our little notebook in there. And then you could add some scrap paper like I did to mine. Or would also be cute to add some of these little cut aparts in here as well. Because they have lots of areas to jot down little notes on. Like, I love this one with the little boots there. And there we go. This would make a super cute gift for a teacher, coworker, or to have in your bag for jotting down lists, you know, like Target, you know, shampoo, conditioner, you know, Walmart, you know, hamburger meat, whatever you want to jot on here would be super cute. But it's super simple and super cute. So thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by and checking out this tutorial. I hope you will give this little notebook a try, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.